Hello and thanks for tuning in. In this video I'm gonna show you what you just saw basically, but explain to you why I really like what we call wetland. It's something my coach came across a few years and I've been doing it regularly for the last 2 skating seasons, and I really feel like it helped me so much. There's just something you can do in the water that you can't do in regular dryland or even on your skates, and then there's the massive plus that it's incredibly easy. I do workouts like these with more than half an hour of technical wetland, and my heart rate never exceeds 80 beats per minute, so it's absolutely no strain for your legs, but you can mentally focus and you can just visualize what you want to do on your skates, and you can feel things that you simply cannot feel on the skates. So there are 3 different ways that I do these, what we call wetland sessions. I'm gonna explain each of these 3 to you guys and just try and motivate you to go out there and give this a shot, because I found it to be a fantastic tool to get better at skating. Now the first thing I want to point out and highlight is that the duration of which you do these sets where you stay underwater, it is not super crucial. I feel like my mental capacity is that I can stay focused for about 2.5 minutes depending on what I'm focusing on. Take whatever rest you need to be clear up here. Again, it doesn't take any effort basically, so if you're good to go, just get at it, or if you need more time, it's totally fine. It's not for the physical aspect we're gonna do these. So I do it in 3 different ways. The first one is where I have a specific body part that I focus on. Say I focus on my feet, and then I simply just do these imitation skating movements, focusing on my feet for 2 minutes. Then I move on to my calves, moves on to my quads, my glutes, my lower back, abdomen, my shoulders, and at the end my neck and my head. And you're gonna realize how maybe some of these things could be the key to changing the things you would want to change technically that you struggle with, fixing the bad habits, or seeing how different things relate. For me, the biggest eye-opener is one that I've never ever focused on: my feet and my foot soles. Being in the water, especially because you're moving all the water from side to side, you really can't cheat. So where I can feel how my feet might open up or slide to the side, well, that's a really good sign that my upper body is tilting or my hips are not in the right position. So usually you can cheat. Say you're not leading with the hip first, or you're pushing off with your toes. Well, you can make up for it by adjusting elsewhere. But here, the water is kind of in control of that. So you are delaying that. So if you are tilting, well, it's going to show by your feet pointing out and your upper body pointing to the side, and there's nothing you can do to change that. So if you don't have the things right, the water will show you and you will be punished for it. So just trying to focus on different body parts has been fantastic for me. The next thing I would try and do is simply just to skate well, improve skating, and that's where you can really feel these things like, am I tilting to the side? Am I jumping off a push? So say you don't just fall into the next push, but instead you try and jump off. Well, you can feel that with the water because it goes a lot slower. So if you're not leaning with the hip to the side, but instead popping up, well, you're gonna have to wait for that to actually fall down, and you can really feel how now you're moving upwards and not just straight to the side. So things like that, super cool in the water. Same goes with the arm movement. If that's pulling you away, well, you can't just stabilize here because it will actually pull you away. You don't have any grip with the ground. You don't have that gravity to pull you down. You will move in the wrong direction if you push in the wrong direction. So there's no fooling yourself here, there's no fooling anyone here. And then the final one is visualization. That one is more of a mental thing than a technical thing for sure, but try and just visualize your race. My coach implemented these where we do 1,000 meters. It's something we do, in my case, mostly for training, but we do it on the ice and just going with visualizing a full 1,000 meter right from the gun goes. And that's a super cool way to kind of be in your element and just try and get that race mindset on while you're smoothly moving. So those are the 3 I would suggest you. When it comes to the height of the water, that's definitely a thing you guys can just play around with. Obviously the lower or the deeper it is, the less control you have, but the easier it will be. But trust me, even if you just go to, say, hip waist height, it will be super easy for the legs, and you will have the opportunity to teach yourself how to skate properly and have fun in the water. I really hope you guys want to give Wetland a shot. For me, it's been one of the coolest things I've come across the last few years in skating, and something that has definitely helped me become a better skater and realize technical things that I don't think I would have realized if it wasn't for Wetland. So I really recommend you give those a shot, and let me know in the comment section if this is something you're gonna try, if it's something you've experienced with before, and if you are trying it out, how did that feel? Maybe you have some advice that I forgot to mention here, and I'm sure there's not just only me that will want to hear about it, but a lot of people out there in the skating community. For now, just thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you in the pool, guys.